Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just so concentrated learning how to sew here. But I forgot, what's the school called?
Boys Charter School!
Let's see what other cool things we can learn here. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Maria from Schola. And we're in New York City at Boys Charter School. Let's check it out. Hey guys, today we are very excited to be in Queens at Boys Charter School with its principal and co-founder, Franklin Headley.
Happy that you're here.
I want to start by asking you, what is the mission at Voice?
So our mission focuses on the happiness of children, their future happiness. We want our kids to have great choices in life, and to have great choices, you have to have the underlying skills to be able to, pick from great careers and great life paths.
That is amazing, and I've seen here how hands-on teachers are with the students and how happy everyone is, right? What do you enjoy most about the day-to-day here?
As you might hear, I actually really love recess, and I love recess noise. I joke with the kids that when I retire, I'm going to have a recording of them playing recess because it brings me a lot of joy, and I hear their joy.
Yes, I can hear them and they sound very, very happy. Well, as we've mentioned, kids here sound very happy. And what are 3 things that make the school special for them?
I think the 3 things that make it really special are our values. We have 3 core values. The first is care, and that when we look for people who want to work at Voice, we actually evaluate their ability to care for themselves, to care for those around them, and to care for children. And we want our children to feel that same way about each other. Our second is wonder. We really want to inspire a deep curiosity in children so they become lifelong learners. And the third one is efficacy, which is not the most familiar word, but it really means is that if you try hard at something and get better at it, that's going to give you some justified confidence to develop higher skills. And the core of that for us is actually our music program. So our children learn a Hungarian method called kadai, and they learn how to match pitch, to sing in harmonies, to read music, which most singers don't do to college, and our kids can read it in 2nd grade. And so it's not so much that we want every kid to become a professional singer, but we want them to become very skilled very early in life, that they can do things that their parents can't do, that their friends can't do, and that it means that they can understand that if they get the right teacher and they learn the right skills and that they work hard, that they can get better at whatever it is that they want to do.
It's amazing that they receive that whole child support from a very young age so they can pursue their dreams, or as you say, create a big impact in their families and in their communities.
Absolutely.
And we're here with Chloe. She's an 8th grade student at Boys Charter School. And I was wondering, Chloe, do you participate in any after-school programs here?
Well, I'm willing to try out for basketball when that tryouts come out.
Ooh, that's exciting. Do you think you'll make the team?
Yeah, for sure.
And what's your favorite subject here?
Probably ELA or social studies.
Oh, fantastic. And what made you choose Boys?
Well, it was when I moved and we were looking at schools and we thought Voice would be good.
Fantastic. Do you have any idea what you want to be when you grow up?
Either a nurse or a lawyer.
Great, that's great. And has any specific teacher here has inspired you?
Oh, well, Mr. Ramirez always inspires me to work harder.
Yes?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he always pushes you to do as best as you can.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Well, now that you've mentioned supporting and empowering students to create an impact in their community, I wanted to know more about the community and the culture here at Voice.
Well, it's funny you say community and culture, because when I think about those words, I think about people and I think about food. And we have a long tradition at Voice, something that's called the Parade of Nations. And that's where our families, it's a family-run event, and they come together in our gymnasium and they divide up into the continents of the world and represent their home countries. And they bring food, local costumes, travel brochures.
Sounds so much fun.
Yeah, the kids get their passports stamped, and it is by far our just, when we had it last spring, which was the first time since the pandemic, one of our 8th graders just kind of yelled out, "This is why I love voice," so it's something that's become a great tradition. And I think the tradition of that event, I think gave us an orientation towards really celebrating some of the basics of life. And so that when we knew the pandemic was approaching in February of 2020, and we started meeting, and the thing that we were interested in, and didn't quite predict it right, but we thought there were going to be issues about supply chain, that maybe our families weren't going to get enough food because there were things going on in other parts of the world. And so we started buying food in bulk, and actually toilet paper too, and started sending them home to the families. So the day that we had to close the school building because of the pandemic, we reopened the building as a food bank and place to distribute not only food, but laptops, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and laptops. And we did this not just for our students, but there are lots of families here, and if they came in and wanted something, or they heard, "Hey, we know you have these things," we gave it to anybody who came. And that really became a regular thing that we did during the pandemic, and we partnered with a local food bank, providing them with extra food, so then we could send our families there and get support. And our families, if they got ill, we would do home deliveries of food to them. And the reason that I bring that up is, moving forward now, which I'm hoping that we're now in this sort of post-pandemic age, that that relationship with the food bank brought us actually new gifts, because the families that have been coming on the buses from Texas, they've been placed in some shelters near our school, and the shelters send them to the food bank, and the food bank has sent them to us. And so we now have more than 70 children, largely from Venezuela, who have arrived on these buses. None of them speak English. And it's one of the things that I'm really proud of our school, is that we have the agility to respond to the needs of the community and actually new members of our community.
And you were supporting them even before there were students here, and that is amazing, not just for the school community, but for the community in general.
Well, I think that at Voice, we see ourselves as part of the community, and just like we want to focus on the whole child, whole person, it is the whole community, and we're a member of that community. And again, there is a magic to when you focus on something as simple as food, because it's a basic necessity, but there's rich culture associated with food. And I think so one of the things that we're discovering now that the school year has started, and how to support our new families, is working closely with our parent association and parent leaders who have been in our school community, is that to have a weekly event where we rent out a laundromat and allow families to wash and fold together. I know that laundromats can be really social places, because you got to wait for the wash, you got to wait for the dry, and that means that you can talk and connect with people that maybe who you wouldn't normally connect with. We're setting up parent buddies, so we have many parents who do speak Spanish, and to help those new families. And in addition, we're helping them sign up for IDs, making sure their kids get medical care, vaccinations. And so for us, I think this piece of seeing us as part of the community, that from the early history of our school to now, it's sort of come full circle. That if you're focusing on that wider piece of that you're serving the community and connecting with the community, then you're going to be a place where you can truly serve their needs.
Well, and today we've had the amazing opportunity to visit different classrooms and different classes, and we've seen amazing electives like sewing, guitar class, singing. Can you tell me more about the teaching and learning style here?
Sure. Well, it comes back again to our mission, and our mission is about student choice, and really empowering children to have some real agency and autonomy about what they're learning. So what I love the most about being in this school is that our classrooms are noisy, and when I go in, I want to see that the teacher is going to give enough information but actually that the kids are the ones who are leading the class, that they're talking, that they're learning, they're sharing their learning. You look at any study as far as how kids learn, especially when they start to get to their teen years, they look towards each other. They become less interested in us. And I think that as a leader of the school, I have to approach their learning with a lot of humility, in the sense that it's not about that, like, they're just these empty containers that we're trying to fill, but instead that it's really about presenting situations where that they can learn each other and help each other.
Of course, and it just becomes a team, you know, they help each other. And also walking the hallways, you could just sense that energy that you're talking about, where they're eager to learn, but they're eager to learn together as a community and with their friends. So I think that's amazing, especially for students this age.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, if you were in the hallway when the classes change, it's pretty crowded. It at first can look a little chaotic, but the kids have a sense of what the order is. And the sense, and just the ways that I love to see how they even just have these little signals to say hello to each other, and they may not notice that I notice, but the ways that they show care, which again is one of our values, they're not doing it in a way that we've kind of taught them, like, this is how you say care. It's truly authentic because they're expressing it from their hearts and in really the way of who they are.
Of course, you can tell that they're really learning. They're getting all that information and then making it their own. That's amazing. Well, I'm here with Xenia. She is an 8th grade student at Boise. Now, I was wondering, what do you like most about being an 8th grader here at Boise?
Being an 8th grader is really interesting. Knowing that it will be our last year. Kind of sad, but we get to do a lot more activities, and like we get more freedom and a lot of events.
That's great. What events are you looking forward to this semester?
I think I'm looking most forward to prom because it's specifically only for 8th graders and the things.
Great. And after everything that you've learned here, how do you feel that the school has helped you to transition to high school?
For me, I love singing and acting, and in high school, I might be looking into performing arts high schools, and I think Boise has prepared me for that.
That's amazing. And where can people find out more information about Boise?
Well, the easiest way is probably our website, which is voicecharterschool.org. But we also love it when people just stop by. And our address is 36-24 12th Street in Long Island City, Queens.
And you can also visit their school profile on Schola.com. Well, this is all for today. Thank you so much for having us.
Happy to have you here.
And I will see you at the next school. Bye.
You've got talent, girl.